No, we haven't watched Storm Chasers.
I'm ashamed to admit this, but I've already confessed to this sin numerous times now, and I'll do it again in front of you and God.
Wait, is this Charlie talking about the train track cop situation? Oh my God. Is this Charlie's ACAB moment? This is brilliant. This is beautiful. It's wonderful to see. This blows my fucking mind a little bit, okay? Love this.
I use Twitter actively. I spend a decent chunk.
That's terrible. Well, never mind. I never should have unpaused. That's a terrible admission, Charlie. Don't ever fucking do that. God damn it. Why would you do this to us? Why would you do this to yourself? Why would you ever admit such a horrifying thing? A character flaw, if you will.
Of time on Twitter. It's this beautiful cesspool that acts like a portal into the dimension of pure, unhinged lunacy, and I can't look away. It's like a curse that keeps drawing me back in. And you'd think that after spending so much time on Twitter, I'd seen all the stupidest shit the world had to offer from all of the dumbest people in this godforsaken dimension we live in. But you'd be wrong. Somehow there are still videos that shock me with the pure level of absolute insanity that's put on display. You may have heard this story already, or you may not have, but regardless, I'm gonna drag you kicking and screaming into the light and show you an imbecile that's so stupid they're a legitimate danger to the people around them. You remember Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy? Yeah, he was a big fucking idiot, real silly, but he was
okay.
On. The goofy goober I'm about to show you nearly got...
Fucking get that carry, dude? No, it's not going to be a carry because I'm going to get fucking lasered every time because we're playing with, like, you know, they're insane. So the people that we're going to be playing against are going to be, like, one-tapping me from the other edge of the map. Okay, let's watch the Charlie video now. Yeah, the Masayoshi clip I reacted to before... We'll look at that in a second.
Got a woman killed for no reason and left her with permanent injuries that will haunt her for the rest of her life. A Colorado officer pulled over and arrested a woman on suspicion of road rage, and she put the suspect in the back of her police vehicle. A police vehicle that was parked on fucking train tracks. Something that an actual child, a baby brain, would know not to do.
No, it's literally like a villain, like a cartoon villain from the 1930s. You know what I mean? Twiddling your fucking little mustache, like going, ooh, methinks this woman here, this harlot, she's going to get suffering from the train. Like, that's the type of shit that you would do, like some Wile E. Coyote shit. Someone said, to be fair, it's really hard to predict where trains will go. Yeah, that, you know, IQ roof really coming into play here in the way that fucking they hire cops. Oh my God, dude.
In Mario Kart, no one would even park on the train tracks. Yet, in the real life, a police officer parked their vehicle on train tracks, put the suspect in handcuffs in the back of the car, and then, guess what happened? A fucking train came and obliterated the car, with the suspect inside. It's a miracle she didn't die. Somehow she survived with very serious injuries, but this officer pulled off like a Looney Tunes level assassination plot here. Like, parking your car on train tracks with a suspect inside, that's like something you do in Red Dead Redemption 2 as a way of like torturing someone like...
Uh-oh. One second. On.
Murdering the suspect. It's actually fucking wild. I'm gonna show the video now. There's nothing graphic in the video, but it is still disturbing.
Let's see if this works, though. Okay, I turn it on, and it's like beeping. Not beeping, but it's like... Does it mean it's got low battery or something? It's flashing, blinking, not beeping. It's not paired. How do I pair it? I think it said something. Battery level is 30% connected. Oh, it's connected. Wait, hold up. How long does 30% go for? Dude, I feel like a fucking gamer right now. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I can hear everything. What the hell? Okay, let's move the desktop audio to my headphones. How can I do headphones and also speakers at the same time? Like it's hit by the train.
So just a fair warning there.
Is that Hart? No, that's time check. Oh my god.
Officers noticed what was about to occur. A freight train colliding into a Platteville police cruiser parked on train tracks along Highway 85 and County Road 36.
Dispatch 346, get us medical immersion. The suspect was in the vehicle that was hit by the train.
You'll never guess the outcome for the officer that did this. Paid administrative leave. So, nearly kill a woman by having them be hit by a train and then take a little paid vacation.
This is kind of wild to see Charlie openly talk about this because, like, I don't know. I feel like he's not. I mean, it's on the one hand, it's such an obvious miscarriage of justice, or rather injustice, that we are really used to. But on the other hand, it's like, it's still surprising that someone like Charlie, who avoids political takes like the fucking plague, and oftentimes, I don't know, will have like a relatively more centrist. He talked about George Floyd too. I know, but that's like, everyone talked about that. Hasan doesn't look hot with headphones. No wonder he hates using headphones. Audio settings, advanced audio settings. My little brother watches him. Should I be concerned? Wait, Charlie? No, Charlie's fine. He's just a large content creator, and a lot of large content creators don't often like talk openly about. They don't usually have like a very antagonistic relationship with police. They don't openly showcase their disdain. It takes a lot of courage to be able to say, you know, cops fucking suck. Dude, I can't even cover the serious story because everyone is hyper focusing on the fact that I have headphones in. How do I... Okay, I want to still be able to hear both sound coming out of my speakers and sound coming out of my headset. How do I do that? Can't do both if that headset is wireless USB. You're gonna have to hook it up to the actual sound equipment. Wait, hold on. Windows Sound Mixer, the output is the output. Can't within built Windows setting. Kind of complex. You should try it tomorrow. Huh. Okay, I'll just move it back to the speakers then. Hold on. Gotta change it on here as well.
Train and then take a little paid vacation. It's crazy how this happens every single time like clockwork. It's a fucking joke. I'm not here to even really talk about that. I want to focus on this situation in particular. How the fuck can you make this kind of mistake? It almost feels like it's not a mistake. Like, this officer was just trying to kill this woman in a really creative way. If I'm being honest, I don't know what's scarier. This being a case of an absolute villain, a psychopath just trying to kill this suspect, or it being a case of her being so fucking dumb that she actually thought it was okay to park on train tracks. I really don't know which one's the scarier situation. Because if she's this stupid and somehow a police officer, how many others are this dumb and also police officers? Fucking terrifying. In the video, not only can you hear the train for a good like 8 to 10 seconds, you can hear it coming from miles away, it's a fucking train, but you can also even see the train in the background because of the goddamn lights. It's a fucking train. It's like one of the hardest things in the world.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things where they're very openly call Tubbo instead of trying to in control panel. You can add speakers as a device that listens to the headphones input. In control panel, where? Okay, I'll call you in a second, Tubbo, after this video is done. You have to plug the headphones into your audio interface and set that as your audio output in device in Windows. Yeah, okay. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Now, I know I've been singling out the protagonist here, the officer responsible for handcuffing the suspect and putting her in the police cruiser that she parked on the train tracks, but it's not just her. Every officer at the scene is at fault here. How could not a single one of them use their brain for even a fraction of a second and rationalize that this is probably not good? You don't need to be a turbo nerd with perfect scores on your SAT, pass the bar, and solve the Millennium Math Prize problem in order to figure out that something's gone awry if your vehicle is parked on train tracks. It's a dangerous situation. Not one of them stopped for a second and just looked around like, these tracks. What are these peculiar markings? They look man-made. I don't think these are naturally occurring Colorado dirt tracks.
I just don't understand what the fuck they were thinking. Like, I guess they're cops, so they weren't really thinking, right? They were just like, ugh. I'm assuming that was the internal monologue of the cop was, invoice meter, physical outputs, both. Phones outputs, okay.
What uses tracks? All right, trains. Oh my god. Like, how are the neurons not firing in this situation? Like, do they just have no survival instincts whatsoever? Obviously, they don't care about the suspect. No one really gave a spirited attempt to save their life or anything. But even still, they clearly didn't recognize the danger here, so I'm assuming they also could have just been hit by that train as well, because all of them failed to recognize the situation. This happened in the middle of the night. There is not a single other car around. There's not a single sign of life around. They could have parked those cars in any position for miles around that area and been safe. And somehow they chose the only position that was dangerous, on train tracks in the middle of fucking nowhere here. Like, this isn't a freak accident. This is gross stupidity on a level that is downright dangerous, and it almost cost a woman her life. According to the
I think it's pretty cool that the dumbest, most insane people in society get to have a license to kill and are kitted out the fucking ass, take steroids, and can literally beat the shit out of you and harass you, or even straight up murder you without any kind of accountability whatsoever. It does seem like that is the best way to run society, is have like some of the most unhinged weirdos have zero fucking accountability and also the most guns.
Report, the lady was kicking and screaming and like frantically trying to get their attention to the oncoming train because obviously just panicking because she had her eyes open and could obviously recognize the imminent threat, whereas apparently all of the officers, I believe it was 3 officers in total, somehow all of them went deaf at the same time, as well as got hit by like a flashbang and couldn't see the train somehow and just missed it and let it hit their car with the suspect inside. It's just crazy to me. Like, it is actually wild. But hey, at least they're investigating themselves. Those usually go well and turn up fucking nothing. But in this situation, I truly don't see how they could possibly drum up any kind of explanation that excuses this.
I mean, I think one of the other, yes, incredibly scary parts of this, or funny, depending on which way you look at it, scary, I think, is better, is that between 3 fucking cops, they couldn't get one singular brain cell. You know? That's great. Great.
Like, this is just so fucking dumb. I can't possibly think of any kind of explanation. Like, you can't even blame the suspect here. Like, well, while the woman was in custody, her road rage took over again. The demon came out, and she started planting a railroad system underneath our car in order to divert a train onto the path of hitting our cruiser in order to blast herself out and free herself and escape. So, this is her fault. Like, there's nothing and no one to blame except all of the officers at the scene here. They're all so fucking stupid. And I don't know how this investigation could prove anything otherwise. But anyway, just wanted to talk about this a little bit because this one got my blood boiling a bit. That's about it. So yeah.
Interesting that, like I said, it's interesting to see like even someone like Moist fucking throw down on this one.